Hello and welcome to the next video in the Biggest Changer series. So you find it difficult to eat well while in college. Many students use the excuse it's the freshman 15, but it doesn't have to be. Unfortunately, in today's world, our serving sizes and portions we eat are way out of control. We eat far more than our bodies need to stay healthy, oftentimes resulting in illness. So how much should we eat? Daily intake recommendations from ChooseMyPlate.gov, which is a part of the Healthy People 2020 initiative, set some basic guidelines that are helpful to follow. The total daily intake, let me say that again, it is the daily intake, meaning this is all you should eat in one day. Includes for females 5.5 ounces of protein, 2.5 cups of vegetables, 2 cups of fruit, 6 ounces of grains, and 3 cups of dairy. For men, it is just slightly higher, but it's not double, so men, please don't go out and celebrate. Protein should be limited to 5.5 ounces for females and 6.5 ounces for males. So what about that 12-ounce T-bone steak? It's almost twice the recommended amount of protein you need in an entire day. A small skinless chicken breast generally is 3 to 4 ounces, so if you eat a large one, that's all the protein you need for the entire day. That means no other proteins at any other meal. Proteins don't have to be meats either. Beans, seafood, and soy products count as proteins too. Vegetables are a little bit more lenient because the leafy salad type of vegetables only count about half when you calculate daily portions. For instance, 2 cups of raw spinach, kale, or lettuce equals 1 cup of vegetable. Other vegetables are also easier to calculate because when they're cooked, usually 1 cup equals 1 cup. The challenge is getting a variety. Think about having different colors. So to complicate things more, this is a weekly recommendation taken from ChooseMyPlate.gov. In 1 week, women should consume a 1/2 cup of dark green vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and kale, while men should have about 2 cups. You should have 5.5 cups of red, orange, and vegetables like red peppers, tomatoes, carrots, and sweet potatoes, and men should have about 6 cups. Women should have 1.5 cups of beans and peas, while men should have about 2 cups. Women should have 5 cups of starchy vegetables like potatoes, turnips, corn, and lima beans, while men should have around 6 cups. Other vegetables like cauliflower, eggplant, and cucumbers, women should have about 4 cups and men should have about 5 cups. So back to our daily servings, men and women should both have 2 cups of fruit. That's equivalent to 2 pieces of medium-sized fruit in its natural state. Fruit is true in its measurement, meaning that generally 1 cup of cut-up fruit counts as 1 cup. Be careful to avoid juices with a lot of added sugar or fruits that are mixed in puddings or sauces. Grains should be whole grain sources. Avoid your white bread products or your white flour products. Instead, choose brown rice, wheat bread, wheat pasta, and things like that. Again, watch your portion sizes. A large bagel is generally 4 ounces. Dairy is where a lot of adults are lacking intake. It is important to keep an adequate supply of natural calcium in your diet to continue good bone health. If you don't eat it, your body will steal it from your bones, and over the years, it can lead to brittle bones more apt to break. Dairy is another area where generally 1 cup equals 1 cup. You can count milk added to coffee, but choose fat-free or low-fat options. Yes, oils are specifically addressed because we have way too much in our diets. Oils, fats, you say potato, I'll say potato. Fat is fat. You want to steer clear of solid fats. You also want to avoid fried foods, which add large amounts of hidden fats. One mistake people make is that fats occur naturally in some foods more than others, like avocados and olives. They're a good type of fat, but you also want to limit the intake. Same goes for nuts. They're a good fat, but watch how much you eat. So let's talk portion size. Portion sizes have gotten out of control. You can almost supersize anything, and when eating out, your meal usually is equivalent to what you should eat in 2 meals. So here are some simple suggestions. Only eat 1 serving spoon portion and don't go back for seconds. Allow yourself some of your favorite foods, but decrease the amounts and make up for it with healthier foods, like 1 slice of pizza with a salad rather than 3 slices of pizza. Try to avoid foods that are covered with sauces and gravies. Get your dressings on the side and dip your bite into it. You'll get a little bit of flavor with each bite without drenching everything in high-calorie, fat-containing dressings. Drink a full glass of water before you eat. It will help you feel full sooner and prevent overeating. You don't use a lot of calories to sleep, so avoid eating before bed. Instead, eat your larger meals in the middle of the day when you will need more energy, and make supper lighter. Try not to snack, or if you do snack, have planned snacks that are healthy and part of your normal intake. When eating out, try to take home half your meal. You usually have enough, and it will also save you money. So, how do we see our portions? What are our perceptions? Here's a link where you can take a short test to see how much you know about portion size from the National Heart, Liver, and Blood Institute, which is part of the National Institute of Health. So go ahead, take a minute, click on the link, and test your knowledge. The National Heart, Liver, and Blood Institute uses a phrase called portion distortion. Over the past 20 years, the normal portions have increased in size. Our activity levels have also decreased with the increased use of technology and less physical labor jobs. Most portions have more than doubled in size. Here are just a few examples. So one excuse many college students use is that it's impossible to eat healthy on campus. Here are 4 sites that can help you with that. Also, just Google healthy eating on campus, and you will find many free recipes, recipe books, and helpful hints. Many people skip meals as a way to limit their intake, and breakfast is usually the meal that's skipped. Breakfast is one of the most important meals of the day. During sleep, our body's metabolic rate decreases. By eating breakfast, you can wake it up so that you will burn more calories throughout the day. Also, studies have shown that people who eat breakfast tend to have better ability to focus or concentrate and have improved memory. Other studies have shown that people who eat breakfast have lower levels of LDL, which is the bad type of cholesterol, lower rates of diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. So you don't have time to eat? Many of us overextend ourselves and do have very busy lives. A few simple things can help you avoid the pitfall of relying on fast food, which is really fat food. Plan ahead. Have a couple baggies with vegetables like carrots and celery that you can eat on the run. Keep a couple pieces of fresh fruit around like apples and pears. Take a few minutes every weekend to plan your meals for a week. It's healthier for you to stick to a plan than to give in to poor food choices on impulse. People actually eat more total calories in a day when they graze. So if that's how you like to eat, plan on what you're eating and watch your overall intake. Get organized. You'll find more time on your hands when you stay organized and prioritize what is essential in your life. Try to limit unnecessary activities and tasks. Don't stress eat. How do you know if you're stress eating? If you have sudden cravings and feel like it's urgent to eat. You crave things like pizza, chocolate, candy, or alcohol. You eat more than usual. You feel uncomfortably full after you eat. If you feel guilty after you eat. Instead of feeding your stress, try to increase your physical activity. Exercise releases hormones in your body that help reduce the feelings of stress. So here are my references for this program. If you want to get some extra points for the competition, make a food diary for one day and figure out how many servings of what type of food you ate, and we will give you 5 extra points. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next program.